All right, mates, let's talk teaching. We all know that being a brilliant educator is about way more than just standing at the front of the class, right? It's about finding ways to make those light bulb moments happen for every student. In this video, we're diving deep into some seriously effective teaching strategies, especially for those tricky concepts that often leave students scratching their heads. We're talking about unlocking a whole new level of engagement and understanding. First things first, we've got to redefine what it actually means to teach. It's not just about us, the teachers, spilling information and hoping some of it sticks. Now we're talking about being facilitators, guides on an epic learning quest. Imagine yourselves less like lecturers and more like coaches. A coach doesn't just tell their players what to do, they show them, they motivate them, they push them to be their best. That's our job too. We've got to create an environment where students feel empowered to explore, to question, to really grapple with the material. It's about sparking that curiosity, that thirst for knowledge. Okay, picture this. A classroom buzzing with energy, students bouncing ideas off each other, totally engrossed in the lesson. That's the dream, right? To get there, we've got to ditch the old school one-way lecture and embrace a more interactive approach. Think of it like this. A lecture is like watching paint dry, but a facilitated discussion is like creating a masterpiece together. We're talking about throwing out those yes or no questions and replacing them with open-ended prompts that get those brain cogs turning. Give them opportunities to explain their thinking, to teach each other, to really own the learning process. Trust me, the more engaged they are, the more they'll remember. Now let's get real for a second. Not all students learn the same way, right? Some are visual learners, some need to hear it, others learn best by doing. That's why it's crucial to mix up our teaching strategies. We're talking about appealing to all those different learning styles. Visual learners, bring on the diagrams, the charts, the mind maps. Auditory learners, let's have discussions, debates, maybe even some role-playing. Kinesthetic learners, hands-on activities all the way. Remember Bloom's taxonomy? It's not just a fancy word, it's a roadmap to help us design activities that challenge students at different levels of thinking. Let's push them beyond just remembering facts and encourage them to analyze, evaluate, and create. Let's be honest, sometimes we throw these big, complicated concepts at students and expect them to just get it. But it's like trying to build a skyscraper all at once. It's just not going to happen. Instead, we've got to break those complex ideas down into smaller, more manageable chunks. Think of it like building a Lego masterpiece. We start with one brick at a time, carefully connecting them until we've created something amazing. Start with the basics, define those tricky terms, and build up gradually. And here's a pro tip: use clear, concise language that everyone can understand. No need to overcomplicate things with jargon and technical terms. Keep it simple, keep it relatable. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Well, imagine what a diagram, a model, or an interactive simulation can do for their understanding. Visual aids and interactive tools are like superpowers for teachers. They can transform abstract concepts into something tangible, something students can really grasp. We're talking about bringing those lessons to life. Instead of just talking about the solar system, why not project a 3D model on the board? Or better yet, let them explore it themselves through a virtual reality experience. Trust me, when students can see, hear, and interact with the material, it's a game changer. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about practice. We all know that repetition is key to mastering any skill, right? The same goes for learning. The more opportunities students have to practice and apply what they've learned, the more likely it is to stick. We're not just talking about worksheets here, although those can be helpful too. Think outside the box. Games, group projects, real-world applications. Get creative and make it fun. And don't forget about feedback. Regular check-ins and constructive criticism can work wonders in helping them identify areas where they need to focus their efforts. Remember, learning is a journey, not a race. Let's give our students the tools and support they need to succeed every step of the way. So there you have it, mates. Some seriously effective strategies to level up your teaching game. Now I want to hear from you. What are some of your go-to methods for teaching those challenging topics? Share your tips and experiences in the comments below. Let's create a treasure trove of teaching wisdom. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome educational content. Until next time, happy teaching.